Hello boys, my name is Yoshi and welcome back to my 100% blind playthrough of the Donkey Kong Adventure Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle Donkey Kong Adventure, that is, not the actual individual game, just this DLC for Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. In the last video we cleaned up all the puzzle pieces, got some awards, only to find out that they were only really useful for the final boss and nothing much else, and the ultimate weapons are just way better, so not actually really that worth it to get all the pieces, honestly. You probably could beat the game without them. Of course, we have to unlock them as part of 100% though. In the last video, we set up things to go for the challenges, but we didn't actually do them. That's because we're going to do them all from this area like we did before. This time, they're evenly split in 6 to 6 challenges. So the way we're going to do this is, we're going to do 6 challenges in the first part, and 6 challenges in the second part. Considering what happened the last time we did these, I'm a bit worried. So, yeah, let's just go into this. These are all behind me. I'm doing these for the first time, though. So I'm going to have to figure out solutions. We also don't have much of a team choice this time, since, like, we have no choice but to stick with this team the entire way. So we just have to pretty much figure out how to do these. Oh my goodness, this is taking forever to load. I don't know why this whole area has to like load in or something every time, but it's a bit awkward. And it's not like I can fix this either. I think this is just the whole world having to load in for each challenge, and we finally get it. So our objective is to stop the smugglers, but we have a lot more smuggler spots than usual, and we also have several of them to deal with. And this is a cheat battle. Now, I've talked about cheat battles quite a bit already in the past. Usually, a player's character always goes first in the battles, and that is usually never changed. But in this cheat battle, alright. So we're in kind of a pretty tricky scenario to start off with. I know this is supposed to be only the first battle, but it's already kind of tricky before we've even begun. So yeah, we pretty much have to have Donkey Kong fully set up to do his learning ability in this battle. If we don't do it properly, then we just won't be able to do nearly as much damage as we should be able to do. It honestly doesn't matter if they don't it's more of a we need to take out as many as we can AoE and then cleave down the remaining ones with characters, and at the same time also set up levels that hit at least certain enemies, because if we don't move them, then we're gonna lose on the very first turn, since they start pretty much right close to where they need to go to finish this. But we have many ways of slowing them down. We can sleep them, we can do other stuff. Heck, we can even bait them over, and that's what I'm gonna do with Cranky. I'm gonna have him attack on purpose. Just gonna bait that enemy over, and then we'll combo it immediately to finish it off. As long as we take out at least a few in this first area, that's fine. From there, we can pretty much just clean up the remaining smugglers as we need to. And I don't know what the summoners do, honestly. I don't know if they summon extra side ads or something else, but we'll just figure that out later. Donkey Kong is probably set up perfectly, that as long as no dumb setups happen, he should be able to hopefully actually just take out the other enemies, and if one survives, then he can do something else. So I think Rabbid Peach and Cranky are gonna team up. Anyways, we should be fine. Because the Smashers have a little bit more limited movement than the normal movement that the other characters have. We just can't let them enter any of the pipe. Okay, so they make so the Summoners summon shielded enemies, which protect the others, which can be bad. Especially considering I'm probably gonna protect these guys. Yeah. Not a surprise, but thankfully we kind of know the strategy. Strategy is actually a lot more simple than you could think of. Pretty much we just need to make sure the Smashers do get hit every round, because this is one of the few battles where it's like, yeah, because we are baiting the Smashers, that means for sure we need to hit at least once per battle. Because each time we hit them, they will automatically move. Alright, perfect. This barricade is blocking our path, so we're gonna take that and throw it at another Smasher to damage it. Which will also damage the other enemy as well. Or not, I guess it goes past the... Alright. And we need to hit both of these guys so they come towards Cranky. Okay, having Peach with dash might be really important for the upcoming battles, so if we can start building that dash damage up now early, that could help out. Oop, the camera zoomed in. When the camera zooms in, it's a guaranteed critical, by the way. Like, when the camera angle changes, it's always a crit. Alright, that's the first battle. That didn't take too long. Just as I thought. Okay, we get one rune guaranteed, and we also do get 1,600 bananas this time around. We actually get a lot more than we got the last time. So now we can actually unlock access to a new weapon with each challenge we beat. So I guess we don't have to grind. That's good. Because I don't want to grind all of the weapons like I did the last time, though I may end up accidentally getting all of them anyway. Now we have to do a 5-turn limit, but it's a little bit simpler now. We just have to deal with a bunch of smugglers and get a lot of washing machine parts back, only there are a lot of them, and they're all in the area already. We're probably going to have to do this a similar way that we did before. Okay. Honestly, I'm just going to reset Con now. Because I know we need that for this battle up and coming. Oh, that's perfect. We actually have just enough to set up Donkey Kong like that, so we could just change it like that. And then we'll have to start giving them throw, or just depending on what we're going for. And then everyone's going to get pipe range, or however much pipe range you can, and you know what? Since this is a higher ground battle, and we're upcoming on it, we'll give Cranky a little bit of higher ground bonus. And then, of course, we need to get a weapon of our choice. We got this one and Donkey Kong's secondary weapon first. Now we're gonna balance it out and get one for Rabbid Peach. Although, probably might be better to actually find one that has a bonus against not bucklers. Like, it'd be nice if we found one that collectors. Yeah, like this one. We should buy this one, actually. That would help us out for this cattle right now. We can think of what to do from later. Alright. This is a 5-turn limit battle, but we have a lot of washing machine parts. And they're very much spread out in here like we did before. So the idea might not actually be to pick up Cranky at all this time. I know in my old strat setup, I always picked up Cranky because I didn't want him to get left behind, but then we're probably better off just picking up exclusively the enemies. So I'll start by picking up this guy. Then leaving these other characters probably actually to just attack the enemy on the right side, because I think Cranky might be able to single-handedly take care of one of those up to right. Alright, where do I want to throw this guy now that I'm done? I just want to throw him and have him hit this enemy, or should we? You know what? Why not? Doesn't matter what I pick up. I just want to have one extra enemy to tackle, and every next turn I'll pick up a different enemy as well. So Donkey Kong's gonna guaranteedly throw something every turn, so we can have that in range. And here we go. Here's the classic combo again. I'm gonna lure in everyone. This is why I needed this cooldown, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to use this more than one time. The biggest worry is, do we take them all out? I don't think we do. I think to fix this problem, Cranky needs to be close enough, and might actually need to shoot Donkey Kong intentionally here. Donkey Kong will take some damage from this, but I trust that'll be fine. So I think to make this work, Rabbid Peach will have to go out first. Stay like here, and we'll basically get Cranky as close as possible. And then Cranky's gonna attack. But I guess in the meanwhile, we'll also send this sentry to seek out the collector that we were gonna specifically go for first. That way it runs to a different spot. Kind of annoying you can't cut that part out. Doing extra stuff. We have 5 turns though, so this is not gonna be that hard to do, probably. It's more gonna be annoying than anything. And now, this is the worrisome part. Oh, actually, wait, we can't even do that properly, because when he knocks stuff back, I think he's gonna end up shooting in midair anyways, right? So if we want this setup to actually work and actually have it take out the planters, we need to stink eye before this turn, otherwise we won't fail at all. And then either two things will happen. Donkey Kong will crit, almost take out all the enemies, but not fully, except for this one. And then if they survive, one of them will move, and that will trigger Cranky to fire on top of all of them. and just defeat them all. Yeah, you can see where this is going. Alright. As a sacrifice, though, Donkey Kong had to get inked, but like I said, I had to do that if I wanted to get the setup properly. Otherwise, Cranky was... Otherwise, they all would have ran immediately. And we also made that one run. And you can also see they do indeed have cheat movement, so in order to get all the washing machine parts back, we pretty much have to kill every single elector where it stands, otherwise we will never be able to do stuff really fast. Alright, now I think that I'm set up more properly. Now I think I want to get Cranky right now. So pick him up. And he's gonna go for a ride now for a bit. Where do we want to go? I think this pipe is probably better. Nope. That goes the wrong way. The reason Cranky is the best one to pick up is because Cranky is a thing that does damage himself. Oh, actually, that one does not give us a good setup. Let's instead go here. Okay, we can't go any further than we already are, unfortunately. Like I said, these enemies are ruthless. They will run to the edge of the map if they have a chance to. Pinky's still not really close enough to do enough damage to all of them, but at least we can get a little bit of a grunt jump in, I guess. Now, in case you haven't noticed, the thing you really want to do to these guys is to get honey them so they don't, honey or stone them, rather. Either of those will work. Now I'm hoping to use this combo and do enough damage that I can finish other stuff. Peach also is there as a sentry. We can also sleep them to stop them from moving as a guaranteed way to do a setup, but before I even do that, though, I want to do this a second time. Okay, I actually have an easier setup now. Since I can, actually, wait, never mind. Alright, then I guess that wasn't that problematic. We don't have a editor to pick those up, unfortunately, but we can at least we got all the enemies in turn 2. Now we just put them up on turn 3 here. Is there one more? Yeah, there's one more up here as well. Here we go. Honestly, that probably ended up working better, because they all moved to the same spot, and then they kind of just stacked together. So maybe using that as the combo spot could be better. But that ended up working out. And we got another challenge completed. So I guess with each of these going to complete, we pretty much get a guaranteed weapon upgrade. Alright, now we need... up for grabs, grievance. These do not have difficulty settings, probably because there's not nearly as many of them. So we don't know how difficult they are until we get into them. So far, those first two were easy. I think the first one was only on easy tier because it could be pretty tricky. This one, now this one is probably medium hard because we have a choice to... Oh, I just realized our weapons aren't gonna do anything because we have to reach the areas anyway, right? Yeah, so our weapons not gonna really matter. Alright. Well, first we need to see who can go to where first, and who can do other stuff. And I also just realized there's 4, so no matter what, someone is gonna have to be picked up by Donkey Kong. Guaranteed. But the question is, where do we go first? That's the real question, actually. I'm thinking, because someone has to stay with Donkey Kong guaranteed, I'll throw him up to the higher edge, probably, and then have them come with us. So, Rabbid Peach, you're gonna go there. Then we need Donkey Kong to move close enough to be able to pick up someone. And, okay, we're not even close enough to pick that up. We can't do this more than once, too, so it's not like we can change anything up to fix this. So I think I actually have to do this in the reverse order if I want to get up here. But there's also... Probably the Donkey Kong move is going to be the most confusing part. Because I think Cranky and the other side moves are pretty much decided for us. We have to move them both to there for sure, but then Donkey Kong has to pick someone up and carry him to the spot that we need to be. But the real question I'm wondering is, how do we set up to pick up that person? Okay, good. I did that thing properly. Yeah, because, like, they're just barely out of range. Okay, we got Cranky now, but we need to figure out where we can go with this. What if Donkey Kong has to do his moves first instead? Who knows? The fact that this has to be a one-turn limit means it's kind of awkward. Okay, for sure I can't even move those at all. In fact, I might have to move Donkey Kong first, then move the other characters. So we'll leave them in their standard spots this time, and I'll see where we have to take them. But the real tricky part is well, I guess before I even do that, I should figure out how to even get Anki to stop in the right spot, too, because he needs to be at about this area, and he, too, needs to also stop on him still. So I need to figure out what even gives him enough range to stomp off, or if he can't even do that at all, and that it's actually more simpler if that maybe he needs to throw someone up to the higher ledge. That's probably actually what the solution's gonna be. You know what? That probably is what it is, actually. Okay, yeah, I guess that's pretty much the only choice we have here. And since Rabbid Peach is the only one that's close enough to stop in the right spot, it's gonna be Rabbid Peach that we throw. Ooh, that means we don't have enough throw range. So that means we have to change our setup up a bit, but that's fine. Okay, so now that we know about that, for sure we need at least one more throw range. We don't need two, but we need one more for sure. Oh, they added in something. You don't have to see the full battle thing. That was definitely not in... Oh, we have enough, naturally, so we'll just give Donkey Kong some throw range now. Cranky, you could probably get some team jump range maybe in there, depending on where you go. Because you have to team jump off of Donkey Kong. You know what? For safety, I'm gonna reset and do exactly that. Oh wow, this is actually a lot better of a build than what I had. Okay, that was a quick fix. And Rabbid Peach himself might need team jump range as well. Let's do that. Now we're going to start the challenge. And yes, I do want to segment these properly, so I'm doing 6 challenges now and 6 challenges later to make this take us on. Alright, now we should be able to do the thing that I was trying to set up before. That is take Rabbid Peach, and we need to throw her from the range to just barely land on this spot over here. Then she simply just moves over to that second spot. He needs enough team jump range to be able to team jump with Donkey Kong. Then he has to move into the spot and get the spot. So both of those should be finished now. Okay, it looks like we don't need too much of team jump range, so yeah, I guess we'll just do that. Then, actually pretty simple from there. Alright. Bit of a trick puzzle, but we got it done. Just took some faking. Alright, there we go. These will probably be a bit longer videos, because the challenges are usually longer, but I'll try to do them as fast as we can. The last areas are probably going to have some tough challenges, though. So now we're at Reef. I'm not, honestly, reading all of these names. Some of these have some weird names for challenges, so I'm not going to bother to look at them all. Instead, we'll just focus on what's actually happening. Okay, this is a survival battle this time. We have to defeat 10 enemies with a 9-turn limit, but we are surrounded by them this time around. Okay, since we want AoE, now we should focus on that. Or anything that gives Ziggies would also be nice, but for sure I need this. So we're going to use Donkey Kong and upgrade his hit damage. That. That's already been upgraded. This has already been upgraded. What do I prioritize? Cranky's secondary weapon? Might not get used a lot, or the main weapon that will always get used. I think the main weapon that will always get used. The biggest focus mainly was making sure Donkey Kong had his power-ups, but he already has them. Now for skill tree, we're gonna do, because we are doing a survival battle, we are definitely getting your uprooter, so we can hit an extra enemy early. And I'm gonna change this up slightly, actually. In fact, let's check a bit. There's nothing to jump off of, okay. That's what I was trying to check. Now we're actually gonna reset Donkey Kong and get him his normal abilities. And then in addition to Ear Uprooter, we'll get him specifically pound range. Which is this, which he just barely has enough to do. He has to sacrifice pipe range for it, but it's only 1 pipe range. It's really not much of a big deal at all. We don't need higher ground, so we'll just keep the other characters the way they are. Actually, Peach does not have enough dash power right now to set this up good, but that's fine. And, I guess for Cranky, we could just give him range. Range on Cranky is probably pretty good, so if we can get at least one of those, that'd be nice. Alright, now we fight. And what do I do to start off with? Because there's a lot of enemies here. I think for starters I need to figure out which enemy I should pick up. Might actually be easier to have Cranky take out some of these enemies here, and maybe have Donkey Kong focus on the back ones, actually. That might be... Yeah, that's probably actually the best play here. So, Donkey Kong, you're gonna actually probably just stun the other enemies, but before we go, we're gonna take an enemy on a joyride. I'm gonna pick this one, because it's the furthest out of the way. And there we go. Now we'll lure as many enemies as we can and AoE them down immediately. We might get hit by the splashers, but honestly, I could care less about that. I'm actually mostly focused on just trying to get this combo set up so we can defeat as many enemies as we can. But yeah, classic Donkey Kong combo here. Set up an AoE, then pound everyone to defeat them all. Okay, alright, so never mind. We can get our golden shots. They just don't upgrade like they do in the base game, so that's a bit annoying. Then, what are we gonna do? For you... I'm just gonna take the hit on purpose. It's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna hit all these guys. It's very tempting to not do this. And what I'm gonna do is have Peach dash these enemies out, or as many as I can, then move over and use a sentry on a different target. I think I'll stick with the farthest away one for starters. So maybe go like here and throw a sentry to defeat a different target. Oh, I did not dash properly. Ah. Then Cranky, well, just defeated. Well, I guess since that messed up, I guess I better restart. But I said, I like getting a specific setup, so if I accidentally make a movement error, I will often restart these challenges. Don't mind me, this is just me trying to set things up properly, because I figure if we don't do this right away, it'll be very awkward. And yes, I did have Peach take some damage on purpose, so aim for Cranky, but that's because there's not really a good way to do that better. Okay, well, now I kind of know what to do here. Pick this enemy up. Take him on a joyride to the spot from here. It's kind of annoying you can't speed up the turn while it happens, but at least you can speed up the nation of the battle loading, which is nice, I guess. Alright. Oh, nice crit again. Okay, we got golden shot on some of them still. I just realized if you get does, you can collect them by moving your people around, which is kind of interesting. Alright, now we'll do what I did before. Cranky's gonna attack, so it hits all the enemies. He has to be in the middle to do this. So I'll hit everything, probably each for 60 damage each. Then this time we'll actually do this properly this time. 1, 2, 3, go, end turn here. There we go, that's what I was trying to do the first time. Then, like I said, use sentry, defeat a further out of the way enemy, just because it'll probably be harder to defeat. Then that will sell, and it'll get taken out, and then Cranky's gonna use this, which attacks himself, but also defeats the remaining enemies, and that's pretty much most of his enemies already taken care of. This is a 15-turn battle, but we'll only get more to spawn as the battle progresses, because with these survival missions, what happens is basically after you defeat a certain amount of enemies. And yeah, I didn't care for the push thing, because I had to do those specific setups, otherwise I was not going to do a lot of damage at all. Okay, now more enemies appear. I think Cranky, you should stand like here and use Zinc Eye. And he apparently has enough range to hit that enemy, so why not? We'll hit him with that. And Peach will fire on that enemy, defeat it immediately. Then Peach will move towards that. Move towards Cranky to try and heal him, maybe. Or maybe not even heal. Maybe it'd be better to just wait a bit more. And for Donkey, he's gonna pick up one enemy. See what this is. This is either a shielded or a smasher enemy. It's a smasher, okay. And I also made a different smasher appear as well, okay. Cool, we brought a few enemies early. Fortunately, we can't avoid the burn thing that happens next turn. Have him boost up. Because this is our ultimate income, we can't change this off. I'll use Shield with Peach instead, actually, this turn. Okay, no one gets fat this time, so that part's at least been fixed. Now we have more enemies to deal with. Fortunately, he kind of wasted his turn doing something else. Don't have our ability for one more turn yet. This cover and throw it at something. We'll throw it at this guy, I guess. We will not necessarily attack him first. I don't want to burn to risk moving the characters around too much, so before I use the turn, I'll heal up immediately with Rabbid Peach. That's a very high chance to burn, too. Okay, this will be better for a combo, so let's do that. Put Rabbid Peach like here. And I think because of the setup we did before, her sentry should be on cooldown, so yeah, we'll throw it over here to just hit all three of these enemies here. One will survive, but it won't really do much. Cranky will probably dash that enemy out, maybe, in the next part, but first we'll defeat those two enemies over there first. Easy turn with Cranky, and then we can have him actually, no, even better, we can just have him go like this. And just defeat that enemy right away, and that should immediately bring the next wave to us sooner. Now we have to stop. Let's figure out where the answer's up. This is another wand battle, though. Okay, shield enemies on top, and probably Ziggy's on the bottom. I know the Ziggies are typically pretty easy. So what I'm actually going to do is put Cranky intentionally in here. And Stink Eye. I think those are either Ziggies or Hoppers, because they can't be much else. Oh, you can see... Oh, I just realized if you do the click thing, you can take a look at their portrait and see what they are. Okay, those are summoners, actually. But these bucklers are generally way more annoying. So we want to take out a few of them. I forgot. Maybe I shouldn't be using Stink Eye right away. I forgot that Cream does that. Do stuff like that. That works. Alright. Alright, we have to last turn guarantee now. So let's watch these things go off. Yeah, these battles will probably give you a bit longer now that we're done with the function, because challenges are the most real parts of the game. They definitely take the longest to complete, typically. Challenges are probably not going to be any different. Okay, Rabbid Peach got heavy, which is a bit annoying. Definitely it was just her, not something else, I guess. But it's still a bit annoying. What's her range? Not very far, apparently. Or actually, it is far. I just need to move a bit more, maybe. I want her to be able to move, so instead of picking up an enemy, I'm gonna pick her up and just put her back where she already was. Or if I can't do that, I guess I'll just put her maybe in the middle instead. And oh wait, she will get humbled by this. That doesn't matter. In fact, we can actually just put her own shield on early, so when she does get it, it'll be reduced damage. Now we're gonna lure in, and we're gonna combo these guys down. I probably should have thought of that more before doing this, but that's fine. We did shield with Peach on purpose, so we would take less damage. Annoyingly enough, that one summoner on the side moved, which is not good. It'll run away if I do nothing, but I also can't have the other enemies survive, too. Okay, I don't want to use that. That'll freeze me. There's early. I'm just gonna set up something that only hits that enemy and nothing else. It could be kind of tricky though. Ah, there's nothing that doesn't hit. So we'll have to teach a bit more then. Oh, and it doesn't even take him out anyways because the dash is. Okay. I have a better idea. Instead, Peach can just shoot this enemy. Then Cranky will dash this enemy. I just run this single enemy and fire on it again to defeat it. Maybe Rabbid Peach can dash through me enemy if she has enough range. Nope, she does not at all. Alright. And we'll have no choice but to leave a single summoner alive. That's fine, this isn't a turn battle, this is a 10-turn battle that we can go through. So, it's fine. All we're gonna have to worry about is he's probably gonna wait. Oh, he also heals. Yeah, so I'm not surprised. He does still have a heal. It's just weaker. Peach can just sentry here to save having to move. That'll finish him off. In case you're wondering, I was considering whether or not to leave the shielded enemy around and it's more damage and more annoyance, or just leave the weaker summoner around instead. But thankfully we got it done. Got some more runs. I think that was only the first beach battle. Yeah, there's still way more. My goodness, if that was just the first beach battle, what is gonna be the second one? Good grief. Stop the smugglers again, but this time we're surrounded by those boys. Term limit has also been changed to 30 now, and there's a lot more spots we can go. Hunters can directly body block them. First, we need Cranky to this. Oh, by the way, that was a real thing that we just bought. I think that's what it was. Oil drum. Yeah, this is actually a nice classic throwback to Donkey Kong Arcade. I figured they'd have at least something like that in here. Okay, now we need hype range again. Throw range, probably not really much of a necessity here. Yeah, let's do this. This isn't a movement-based card, so I'm too worried about that. Peach is probably just gonna save up for 70 damage dashes. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do with her. Cranky, since you're on higher ground, let's give you this. There we go. We have all of our weapons now. At least that part is done. Now let's see, do we get a cheap battle? We do not. Alright, cool. We didn't get a cheap battle. Ugh. Question is, if I do a lure, where do I even lure in the enemies? Or which enemies do I focus on with the other characters? That's a real question, because the risk is if I run them too close and the enemies don't mind, then it could be a big problem, as they might all reach the area at the same time, and that would be bad. We can't let a single one reach the area or else lose. I kind of know what to do from here, though. I think we have to pretty much have Donkey Kong do like AoE stuff, but otherwise, okay, so I think I don't actually want to see a crit here. And if you're wondering why, it's because if I crit, I might move the enemies in a weird spot. But if I don't crit, then they won't be moved. Oh, actually, yeah. Okay, alright, good, good. I didn't have to worry about that. See, they didn't quit. And this is actually what I was worried about, because one of them might be on the moon now. Oh! Or not. Oh, interesting. I don't know what I did, but, yeah, I think I knocked it at I think I kind of broke the game there. I didn't even say what happened, yeah, we knocked an enemy out of bounds. Like, what the heck? Holy crap, I think that's the first time I've ever seen that happen. I've seen a lot of crazy things already happen. I have to defeat that, I think, That's so weird because it doesn't count as the objective being failed, but yet... yet, it still acts as if... oh, that did not move at all. Dang, I was hoping to move him a bit more, but he kind of stopped early. Alright. Alright, then. Something has to be hit, but I also can't not do that other one. Actually, wait. We don't have to do worry stuff. In fact, we can just use Tacticam here. If we see that they cannot move in, then we're fine. Yeah, okay. They don't have nearly enough range to get in here this turn, so... yeah. Remember when I used to not use Tacticam at all? Now I'm kind of using it everywhere because it's like, now it's actually kind of useful. So I'm gonna move Rabbid Cranky like this. Intentionally set him close to the enemies because the way we want to do this is each character is probably gonna have to focus on the side. But from there it should be another pretty easy battle otherwise. No crit, so we can't avoid taking damage from this guy. Unless we combo, which we did do successfully. So that defeated those enemies. And I checked the thing multiple times, so we know for sure that we are not losing this turn, which is good. That's what I was initially worried about. Then Donkey Kong can assist a bit by taking this enemy and throwing this like this so it doesn't necessarily bounce in a bad spot. Yeah, cool. That's exactly where I wanted to throw it. But it also defeats those enemies. We're out of range, but we'll have a nice setup anyway. Then I think we just have this enemy over here and a different enemy. And actually, Rabbid Peach, you can just shoot right away. Because this enemy is going to move towards him. Then Donkey Kong will attack that and defeat that enemy. And we'll try to get closer to the right enemy by going like here. Okay, we didn't get any closer, but that's fine. We can heal up after this next turn I'm about to do. I'm gonna attack with Cranky. Well, actually, perfect. We already got it done. Just need to... that! Mash the turn this time. It's a bit faster. And yeah! So I'd say that's one of the easier battles. That Dairy Battle is probably either easy or medium until that fourth battle. And then the third one was probably like medium-ish. So I think Battle 4 so far seemed like it was like the first hard battle. Alright, because I want to try and keep these under an hour one, I'm going to try and get this next challenge done now. And just hope that it's a fast challenge. And then the next ones, we'll probably just go right into them. Maybe not even pick up or stuff unless we absolutely need it for the battle. And if we pick it up, it might just be movement stuff. Okay, so now we have to destroy all the bad bananas. That seems simple enough, but it's a free turn limit and they're spread around everywhere. Alright. I'm just gonna focus on getting movement and the stuff that I want with the characters that is movement related. I could get one story range if I need it. think I want either dash damage or maybe this stuff with Cranky actually next. Alright. And looks like it's another cheat battle again. If anybody wonders why I talk about cheat battles, I might just reset that, because it's a cheat battle. That means some characters might be pushed out of range right away, and I don't want them to, if possible. Unless it says enemy super effective. Okay, it's not. Okay, thankfully we can just fast forward this right away to get through this a bit quicker. Okay, good. No crit this time. Based off our route, I don't think I want to see any crits, except this one actually might... no, keep, because that one actually pushed us closer to the objective. So that means we won't have to move as fast. And same for that one. That actually moved us closer to the objective, so we can maybe attack it. Oh, whoa, okay, hang on. Alright, well, they just turned this into a nightmare, didn't they? Suddenly, a bunch of bucklers appear. That's all I can say for this battle. Suddenly, a whole bunch of bucklers just showed up. Don't ask me why they decided to show up, but they just did, and it is freaking surprising, to say the least. Okay, well, I know what I'm doing. We need to try and at least defeat a few of them before we attack. If we don't, we're just gonna get screwed by all the enemies hitting us and doing other stuff. It's just gonna be really annoying, but thankfully it looks like I don't need Donkey Kong for this one. Anyways, yeah, the shield enemies we definitely want to remove first. They are the ones with honey, so of course we heal them right away. Don't take them out right away, they're just gonna do other stuff. And we also have to split our damage a bit. This should hit the bad bananas as well, by the way. That's what I'm hoping to do with the Cranky here. Okay, good. Shoot left once, and we can hit all of them. This is perfect. This is exactly what I want. And it crit, too, so we got ink on all of them, so they won't even attack us this turn. Then, Donkey Kong, because your damage is not going to be the greatest, you're going to have to take an enemy and maybe throw it so that it maybe lands and hits or something, but we want to interrupt at least two of the summoners. Where's it going now? Just lure the enemies in. Not sure if this is the best spot to be, but it'll at least do some damage to the bad bananas, I hope. I think it should be in range. Yeah, okay, we can hit that for sure. Alright. So for the small but tight setup, we've been able to get all of the enemies defeated right away. But none of the bananas have been destroyed. But there are a lot less enemies now, thank goodness. Unfortunately, we'll probably have to focus on dashing the ones now, since we can't really focus on other stuff. Of course, I'm splitting up my characters, because this is a free turn battle. We absolutely must beat the enemies. Okay, that buckler actually damaged the bananas for us, so that's nice. By the way, that was not a good luck pattern. I was hoping the buckler to the leftmost would move. If the buckler to the leftmost one would have moved, I would have hit the bananas immediately. Great, 5 inches now, honey. Oh yeah, that's why. Oh, okay, that works. We'll just have that one get destroyed permanently. Unfortunately, Rabbid Peach is kind of in a bad spot. Same for Rabbid Cranky as well, I guess. Oh my goodness. Nasty combo there as well. Okay, good thing I did that. Alright, well, dash, and I can't just leave Banana like this. We'll defeat this one with Donkey Kong, and then see what to do after that. Ah, great. Wish I had a better setup for this. I wish I had a better setup for this too. But it's not. He has a better idea to take out Banana, so we'll just have him do damage to himself again. Then have him start moving towards this one. I think Rabbid Peach should move closer to the right. Alright, so now we only have one more bad banana left, but we could team up with characters to make it a bit easier. Let's actually hit this. That's probably better than hitting an enemy with that. This might cause some mechanics, but I don't really care. Okay, me. Even behind that cover, all turrets are out of sight. It was either that or go somewhere else, so it's not like we have much of a choice. Alright. Also, I didn't heal, and also, don't think Shang heal left. Probably because we already healed from the previous turn. More pushing, which is always kind of annoying to deal with. But it's not like this turn's gonna change much anyway. For sure we need to attack Bananas this turn, or else we're just gonna lose. The question is, how do we do this with Donkey Kong and also maximize our movement to still hit those? Answer is we probably can't. So it'll be up to Rabbid Peach and Key to do this on their own. But at the very least, we can take out an enemy or two. Okay, that's not what I wanted at all. There goes that monk, apparently. Oh, I think we actually have to restart. That was so unlucky of a movement that we had to restart now because of that. Okay, I think I definitely understand how to do this. We definitely did the shield part correctly. The problem is, well, twofold, actually. One, we need to have Latnane to not get pushed early at the start, but we also... Some specific enemies to actually push. Because if they don't, it might mess us up later. Alright, that's probably the best knock we could have hoped for. That's actually gonna mess up one of the enemy setups, because they are normally set up next to them. Yeah, so now they're gonna be completely off pattern. Alright, well, to attack enemies in the same way, I still have to probably go into the theme, but now because I can't go anywhere else, I might not take them out. This time I'll take this card so they can't immediately get at right away. Okay, I guess that works. Not the compilation vision, but whatever. Oh, I just realized how to do this. See, when I was throwing the enemy, I threw it towards the Ron team, and I think that's how I'm gonna damage to the bad bananas to one-turn it, so... Donkey Kong's gonna have to just throw stuff at the bananas whenever he can, since that's his best damage that he can do. So we should just try to do that every turn with him. Alright. Still defeated the enemies I wanted to defeat, though. Cranky's still gonna do pretty much the same thing as before, although now that I'm a bit more braver, I think I'm just gonna move him right up here so that Stink Eye goes off. I think this time it'll be able to take out. And also, other than that one enemy getting in the way, it should be a guaranteed takeout of these bad bananas over here as well, so we can just move straight over to the next one. We definitely need a lot of luck, but also a lot of good movement patterns from the enemies. Oh, great. Not if that happens. It's really the worst time for a freeze to appear. I'm still gonna play it out, because of course I don't want to reset more than I need to. Now, because of the movement setup, I think Cranky should actually attack the enemies on the far right instead. He's still frozen. So we can't... Oh, yeah, now I get why the thing wasn't working before. We can't heal right now. Great. Neither of those characters can move up to the side corner, but I think Donkey Kong might be able to barely reach this. In fact, he won't just reach it, he'll be very close to it. He just needs to stop within this range and it'll be fine. Right, well, I'm picking up an enemy for sure. I'm just curious which one to grab. What to even throw it at, too. I'm even curious. Well, maybe not that one. In fact, we can just fire and defeat that bad banana right away. but then we're gonna have Donkey Kong pick up an enemy and throw it at this enemy over here. At the same time, he'll take damage from all of the absorb. This will help us absorb the other enemies. Then Cranky will have to probably to jump with them later, but not right now. Okay, unfortunately, Cranky's not be able to do much here. Trying. So I think I'm gonna have to get through this. I'm gonna have to just let the others get taken out and hope that far enough that he can just either single-handedly defeat this on his own or single-handedly do other stuff. Okay, this can actually work if it crits, and it did. Alright, perfect. That enemy's gonna definitely get defeated. But now here's the problem we're come up against. Peach has no way to heal this, so he is guaranteed. She's pretty much guaranteed to get taken out. In fact, she probably will be defeated by Dash because of how little health she has. But that's fine, because remember, we are not trying to do this perfectly. We're just trying to through this as fast as we can. There is fine. There's pretty much definitely could have done. There was a lot of RNG that did change in this part. Darn it, I actually wanted to get pushed there. If I gotten pushed there, maybe that would have helped. Oh, okay, that worked. But it won't work if Donkey Kong gets defeated this time. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty tight. Everyone's gonna take damage because of this, but... Oh, I didn't even see that bad. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that. Thankfully, I have a strat with Donkey Kong to get that one, but I just now realized that I'm missing that one. If only I realized that a bit sooner, that would have been maybe a bit easier. But I think Donkey Kong might be able to single-handedly deal with these. In fact, she probably just throw... Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna throw Cranky to defeat that. That should be fine. As long as there's no extra attack setups. Not fine, and we can continue on. So, I think, yeah, the safety here is to just throw Cranky. And throw him in a way so that we can also defeat the enemies as well, just funsies. This works out, and there we go. We finally finished the battle. So I'm gonna say this is on the hard tier for sure. This was much harder than any of the last battles we did up to this point, which makes sense. Alright. We did it. Now, to save time, I am going to end this episode right on the screen right here. Not even doing other stuff. I'm just gonna to this. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.